Well, there I go again saying I'm gonna go and get something, and then I do the complete opposite, and we ended up grabbing every single Joker we could. So total of 6 of them all together because I had that $10 pack, but let me explain why I did this. Now, originally, I usually go make the video about the event, and then the immortal weapon, artifact, whatever the new big thing is, then we'll go through, do the best things to spend, and then usually I'll go and do the brand afterwards. So that's when today I went in and said, let me just test this thing out, see how well it does, and surprisingly, I actually like this thing a lot. Now, I will say, this is not for everybody. There's really one key factor on this, and it's the Whisperer. As you know, I've had the Whisperer for a long time. I've always been a Whisperer fan. I've tried the Sky Splitter. I now have the Reaper Staff, but the second I throw this Whisperer on, it's like, oh man, this is great. It's just what I love. I can't really explain it more than that. But this combination of having the Joker with the Sharp Rogue with my Sky Flame Ring and everything else built around combo, this is absolutely nuts how well it's working for me. So just for fun, I did throw this on as just an epic at first to see how well it does. And after a weapon crits, which by the way, Whisperer is a crit weapon. I think we're sitting at 60% right now for the crit rate, just for having it at Mythic +2. But after that crit rate, we're gonna throw out a Joker card, and then this Joker card is going to have the chance to either do a Flame Wave, do a lightning attack, or even rage recovery. And all 3 of these are going to benefit me nicely. Let's say the Flame Wave, I got the Sky Flame Ring on, so we're going to be doing that 3.5% of the max health. I got the Lightning, Shock Discharge, huge helper there and getting some extra things. Not to mention if I get a dagger out there that's lightning, that's going to help too. And then the Rage Recovery, the whole double combo, the Rage Proficiency, the Rage Dagger, this is just one extra step to kind of go and fill up that meter even more. So the other nice thing is these cards will count as dagger hits. They won't work with a combo dagger, and they won't work with, let's say, an effect dagger, like a poison one. You won't see this thing poisoning. But what it will work with is that flying knife that once every 8 turns or every 8 daggers there, we're gonna launch out a Godslayer, and that's exactly what happened here. I had 4 daggers, 4 cards, and we proc that Godslayer. But I would say don't expect to see huge numbers out of these actual cards hitting. It's more the effects that they're gonna have, like that Flame Wave, like that Lightning, like that Rage Proficiency or that Rage Refilling, which looks like it's about 25% when I did fill on it, so that's going to be a nice little added extra. At Epic, we can throw out 2 cards per turn, so that is going to be somewhat of a help, but it really comes in clutch once we get up to Legendary there, which I have it at Legendary +2 now with getting all 5 of those, and that's where we can throw out 4 of these. It did kind of sound like there was going to be 5 of them in there, but I looked through a whole bunch of footage on it. It's only 4. The way it's going to work is on Epic, you go, you crit, you throw out 1 card. At Legendary, you crit, you throw out 2 cards. And we can obviously do that 2 times on there, so a total of 4. I'm really hoping we see this thing again sometime soon so I can get 1 more, take it up to Mythic, so I get that every 3 daggers thrown, you get a +2% to your global skill damage and stack that up to 20 times for 40% skill damage. That's going to be pretty huge, but I will say there is a couple of things here, like number 1, the whole rage thing on it. Yes, if your meter is filled like any other time, we have some rage stuff in there. Until you get that actual rage skill out, it's just kind of sitting there and building up. And then clearly my crit rate is at 60%, so I'm not really too worried about it. I think with the other modifiers I have, it maybe takes up to 70 or 75, so I don't have any issues with critting at all. But overall, this thing's doing pretty nice for the actual Whisperer. And I do see people commenting every now and then that this is going to work good with the Reaper Staff because it has the Lightning. This is going to be more around the Whisperer itself. Yeah, you can use it for that. Let's say any weapon that's really going to benefit from Lightning or Flame Wave, or I guess even the Rage filling up there. But when it comes down to it, there's so many other things you could use that would actually be better than using this. I think this is really going to be specific to the Whisperer, and maybe in a situation, the Angel Bow. Haven't tested that yet. We don't have it high enough, but I would say stick with stuff that's going to be doing critical damage like that Whisperer or even that Angel Bow. I was a little hesitant when I was deciding to go and buy 5 of these things. I took a little bit to think about it, but I'm actually really glad that I did. I'm liking this. This is making me want to go and just continue pushing chapters. Reaper Staff, it's still in a build, still going to be using that, but when it comes to chapters, definitely making sure I'm switching over every time and throwing this thing in there. So I guess my question for you is, are you a Whisperer user? Are you going and dumping into this thing like I just did? Or are you just picking this up anyways because you're using another weapon and want to test it out? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to know the best things you should be buying from this event, which, reminder here, I didn't listen to any of this, I got the Joker. But if you're not a Whisperer user, you might want to check it out and get these things here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.